All right, picture this. A crucial Europa League match. Royale Union Saint-Gilloise, desperate for a playoff spot, hosting Braga, a team that, well, they haven't exactly enjoyed trips to Belgium in the past.
It's a real David and Goliath story unfolding tonight. You've got Union kind of defying the odds with their recent run, and Braga, a team with a history of struggling on the road. Should be an exciting one.
We've got some great pre-match analysis here, so let's dive into what could make or break this match, shall we?
Yeah, sounds good.
First off, we've got to talk about Union's amazing turnaround. They stumbled a bit early on in the Europa League, but now they're absolutely rolling. Won their last two games, haven't lost much at all in any competition lately. Makes you wonder, can they keep this energy up against a team like Braga?
Right. It's one thing to have a good run domestically, but can they translate that to the European stage, especially against a tough opponent? It's a real test of their mettle. One thing working in Union's favor, though, is their style of play. It's relentless.
Oh yeah, they're known for their high-pressing, aggressive approach,
Yeah.
and it seems to work for them. They force mistakes, win the ball back quickly, and create tons of scoring chances.
Exactly, and it's effective. But it clashes with Braga's style, which is more about controlling possession and picking their moments. This match could come down to which style prevails.
And let's not forget about Union's home field advantage. 6 straight Europa League home games without a loss. And they've held their own against big names, too, like Liverpool, Nice, Roma. That's got to play a
Well,
factor.
absolutely. Their home ground is a fortress. Forcing Braga to come in and play their game in a hostile environment that adds another layer of complexity.
So how do you think Braga might try to crack this Union defense?
Well, they're going to have to be incredibly disciplined at the back, absorb the pressure, and then hit on the counter. They've got some speedy wingers who could exploit any gaps Union leaves behind. The battle on the flanks, that's going to be fascinating.
It'll be like a chess match, with each side trying to outmaneuver the other. Now, let's switch gears for a sec and talk about Braga. They're coming into this match with a few things to prove. They lost to Union in their previous encounter, and they had that heavy defeat to Roma in the Europa League.
Yeah, they've had their share of struggles lately, but they've also shown they can bounce back. 2 wins in their domestic league since that Roma loss, so maybe they've rediscovered their form. But the question is, can they do it on the road? Specifically, in Belgium.
Right. Their away record in Belgium is, well, let's just say it leaves something to be desired. Mostly draws, never an outright win in 4 visits. Not exactly inspiring, is it?
No, not exactly. But they've shown they can compete with Belgian teams. And this time, the stakes are higher. They need a win to keep their playoff hopes alive. This match is going to be a real test of their character.
Now, we can't talk about this match without mentioning a couple of players who could really swing things. Union's Franjo Ivanović and Braga's Bruma. Ivanović has been on fire. 7 goals in his last 7 games. That's incredible.
He's absolutely clinical in front of goal.
What caught my eye was that 4 of those goals came right before halftime. Like, talk about a clutch player.
It's amazing, isn't it? Ivanović seems to have this knack for finding space just when defenses start to switch off a little, right before the break. Braga's backline has to be on high alert in those final minutes of the first half. One lapse in concentration, and boom, Ivanović could punish them.
And then you've got Bruma on the other side, the spark plug for Braga. He's often the one to open the scoring for them, really sets the tone for their attack. But here's a thought. Union's Europa League games have been pretty low scoring this season, averaging just 1.67 goals per game. So are we in for a tight tactical battle, or will we see some fireworks?
That's the big question. Union has been all about defensive solidity, while Braga needs a win, so they might have to take some risks. It'll be interesting to see how those contrasting approaches play out on the pitch.
So for our listeners, this match boils down to a few key things. We've got Union with their home field advantage and a really aggressive style. Then you've got Braga, who need to overcome their Belgian woes and might have to play a bit more expansively than they're used to. And then, of course, you've got the individual brilliance of players like Ivanović and Bruma, who can change the game in an instant.
There's another angle to consider, too. What about a draw? Would that be a satisfactory outcome for either side?
Good point. A draw would keep Union in the playoff race. But for Braga, it might not be enough. They may well need a win on the final match day to guarantee their spot. So a draw, while not the most exciting result, could have huge implications.
It's all part of the drama of the Europa League.
Well, we've covered a lot here, but one thing's for sure. This Europa League match is going to be tense. Union's home dominance, Braga's determination, and the potential for goals from both sides. It's too close to call. Hopefully this deep dive has given you a good feel for what's at stake.
Enjoy.
It's going to be a good one.
I think